Welcome to Star Wars Action News, helping Star Wars collectors collect better.
Best con experience?
For me, it's got to be, it's hard to say. I think the panel, the J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy panel Thursday morning was the highlight because it was very emotional, and it really brought me back to being 10 years old, waiting to see Return of the Jedi. I had not felt like that before. Even though I was excited about The Phantom Menace, that kind of emotion was not there for that film, waiting for it. And then the second would be waiting in line for the, not the actual part of waiting in line, but getting into the Force Awakens exhibit. That was just, it was amazing. Worth every minute I had to stand in line. I wish they could have found a way to make it go quicker, but glad I saw it.
I'm still processing the whole thing and probably won't assimilate all my memories for a couple of weeks. But I mean, yeah, watching the JJ, I didn't see it in person, but I mean, I think going home, the trailer will be the thing that I remember most about it. It's certainly about the official presentations. Aside from that, it's just, it's a celebration experience. It's the whole 4 days. It's not one singular event, at least in my case.
The trailer. I mean, the trailer gave me goosebumps, and I'm talking to my wife, and she's like, besides you, there's nothing I love that much to give me goosebumps. I'm glad you guys are the nerdiest nerds that have ever nerded. I'm glad you guys can find that love with Star Wars, and it's true, I do, and I got goosebumps. And besides the trailer, I think that the premiere of The Rebels was pretty good, and just hanging out with the guys and gals that you really hardly ever see, that you're only talking on Facebook with, and we get to hang out and have some drinks, and I'm buying shots for everybody, and it's a lot to process. You're right, but there's a lot of great moments. Here's one right here. This might be my best one. We'll see how this goes.
I'm sorry I missed you at the bar, Baron. I really am.
I'm sorry you did too.
Yeah.
But I'll get you next time, Amy.
You've got a rain check, I'm sure.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes. You'd be surprised how long you can drink if you buy the first round.
I think my greatest experience was being able to see people that I only see a few times a year or more often, and hanging out with them in a different environment. Saw some cool things. I still have only seen the trailer once because I've been here and been busy and Wi-Fi spotty, and when I'm done for the day, I usually eat dinner and crash for the night. I will be binge watching it probably. I'm not sure how I feel. I'm still kind of conflicted about it. But, well, no, who knows? Maybe it'll grow on me and it'll become like, I'll well up, but maybe I'm just overwhelmed right now with everything else.
Well, I survived SwagCon 2015.
Oh, boy.
And I would say the side facet to that is getting to see my Star Wars family, which is all you guys, and all the different collectors, dinners, hanging out at the bar. It's really just the collectors, getting to hang out with the collectors and see them when you don't really get to see them all that often.
I'm smiling because I know on our video podcast right now, everyone is seeing do a shot from the bar.
Oh. Well, and Amy mentioned the swag. I think we need to talk about the swag, guys, because I think the swag totally overshadowed the exclusives, because I think I've got half a suitcase filled with swag.
Legitimately. I mean, we ended up with baggies and baggies, like gallon baggies. Like, if it was marijuana, we'd be at felony level bags of buttons and patches and pins and cards and everything.
Not in Anaheim, you wouldn't.
I've never seen bags that stuffed except in a movie about a drug deal. That's the only time I've ever seen, where you have not one bag full, but you're, heaping them in the suitcase and packing them in like little bricks of swag. I can't wear a lanyard anymore. Notice there's nothing on this lanyard because my last one was so heavy that it was weighing about 3 pounds around my neck, and I just couldn't wear it anymore. I had to trade out for a Virgin lanyard.
What I thought was great is, there's a lot of trading going on, that kind of thing. But I encountered so many kids that had made their own buttons and had their own swag. And they would come up to you if they see you had something. They say, I'll give you one of mine if I can have one of yours. And I thought that was so awesome that the kids were doing it. Totally blew me away.
It's like going back to when they released the first movie and they did not have enough merchandise. And so people made their own things. Now...
you mean A New Hope? I thought you meant The Phantom Menace.
No,
I'm like, where were you?
I thought this was a joke. I thought it was a bit.
No, the first movie, and people had to make their own things.
Yes.
And now it's kind of the opposite. We have so much stuff that people making their own things is a little bit more meaningful. And I kind of believe that this is going to be like almost the last convention before it's really mainstream. I mean, Star Wars is going mainstream.
It already is.
It's the swag that people are going to make that is going to be a little bit more special than, say...
Baron, I was at Starbucks yesterday. Well, okay, I was at Starbucks.
You were at Starbucks every day.
Yeah. There were two girls in front of me in line going, oh my God, I am so glad we're here. Star Wars is so in this year. And that's what's going on. Star Wars has been mainstream back when, I think it's Geek Magazine, which may not even be around anymore, declared Star Wars was hot again a few years ago. It's always been hot for me, guys. Sorry.
I think this is the last convention. I think the next convention, it's going to be more mainstream than it is now.
How can it be more mainstream?
It's going to be bigger. It'll be more people still.
And I will appreciate Amy's swag and other people that they make. They put the time into it. It's going to be just as important next year for me as the official stuff, I think.
I already have designs on what I'm doing for next celebration. Ooh. We'll talk later.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Star Wars Action News with more collecting news and reviews at swactionnews.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. May the pegs be stocked and the Force be with you.